Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Some Dumb Guy, part 2 of my GRUVy unboxing video extravaganza. We are here to continue celebrating the buying, the owning, the collecting, and ultimately the watching of the glories of physical media. Thank you for joining me. Engage part 2. Please see part 1 if you care. Here we are. Blu-ray, non-blind buy, seen it once. Rated horror. Ooh, I didn't realize that. 129 minutes, 1992, classic. Never let her out of your sight. Never let your guard down. Never fall in love. Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston. Unfortunately, I have to hear the song again. The Bodyguard. Da-da-da. We all love Kevin Costner. Come on. Who don't love Kevin Costner? Come on, focus. There, focus. Yay. Now I'm going to be blurry when I take it down. Yep, there's the Bodyguard in there. Oh, look at that. Falling box. Lap box. Come on, lap box. Oh. Okay. All right. What do we do here? I thought I had all this figured out. First part, I grabbed at random. Second part, not so much. Next up, another Shout Select title. May or may not be blind buy. I'm not sure. But this is a Christian Slater film, and I'm always up for one of those. Mila Jovovich, did not realize she was in this. That's cool. 1992, 102 minutes. Only PG-13 this time. But we have Cuffs. Kind of miss Christian Slater. I enjoyed him. Not personally, you know. I liked his work. I liked his acting. I liked his characters usually. Where'd that man be? Why'd he go away? I heard nothing about that. 4K, brand new slipcover. Not blind buy. Saw this when it was relatively new. I think it was a video store rental. Screen Factory. This was in 1996, so I probably would have saw it that year or the year after. Modern classic, so to speak. Firuza Bulk, Robin Tooney, Nev Campbell, Rachel True. I don't know if there's anybody false. Welcome to the Witching Hour. We have The Craft. We are the bad ones, mister. At the word. Ooh, there we go. Okay, yes. The Craft. Okay, now I thought that would be cool to follow that one up with this next Blu-ray, pretty sure blind buy. Ooh, this is a Wes Craven film by Kevin Williamson. Didn't he do Scream? The two of them together? Ooh, is that Jesse Eisenberg? I didn't know he was in this. Screen Factory. 97 minutes from 2005. We have Cursed. Yeah, an appropriate follow-up to The Craft, I think. Why all of a sudden are we having focusing issues? I don't understand that. Why does that happen? Why? Yeah, Christina Ricci, Jesse Eisenberg, Joshua Jackson, Judy Greer, Milo Ventimiglia. Werewolves. You'd almost think it were October with these purchases. Why? Because Blu-ray blind buy, half man, half wolf. Total terror. 1996, 79 very brief minutes. Starring, let's see, I see Michael Paré, which is why I got this. I think I see Mariel Hemingway, interestingly. Do we have a cast list here? Yep, okay, Mariel Hemingway, Michael Paré. That's it, that's fine. What do we have here? We have There's a Bad Moon on the Rise. Probably a nutty B-level werewolf movie in which there are many, so why not add one more and check it out? Speaking of which, Screen Factory, yep, they had a sale, all right. Thank you, GRUVy. 1967, 92 minutes. Most conceptually wild and outrightly science fictional of the Hammer Frankenstein films. Peter Cushing stars in Frankenstein, Created Woman. And I'm assuming that's not Bride of Frankenstein in any sense of the word. Alright, I gotta get these flaps out of my way. There's a little better. Okay, maybe now I can grab things better. And why not continue that with another Scream Factory release from 1973. It's 183 minutes. Wow. Is this also a Hammer? I don't know. It's only an epic TV movie. I didn't realize this wasn't a legitimate thing, my bob. It's a TV movie at 183 minutes. I would call that a miniseries. But is this British? Is this Hammer? Is this... I don't think so. Hey, I thought that was Jane Seymour on the cover. But I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. Faithfully retelling. Interesting. Okay, well, what do we have here? Stars James Mason, Leonard Whiting, David McCallum. That'll be the first thing I've ever seen him in outside of NCIS. Jane Seymour, Nicola Paget, Michael Zarazin. We have, Frankenstein, The True Story. See? It's like, that looks a lot like Jane Seymour, but kind of not at the same time. Like, no, it can't be, it can't be. But it is, I say. And there she be. Frankenstein, The True Story, faithful Frankenstein adaptation. Hey, look, Scream Factory. How about that? 88 minutes long. They're so brief, from 1962. Is this a hammer? I just don't know. They don't like to just, put that out there real convenient to say, hey, look, this is a Hammer film. Is this Hammer time? I don't know. Oh, okay. It may or may not be Hammer time. But this is, for sure, Kiss of the Vampire. Yeah, we're on a trip, all right. And why not? We like the trip. Open wide. Oh, she's got like a creature in her mouth or something. What's in there other than those teeth? Okay, I'm all right. I promise. Collector's edition. Scream Factory, 1966, 85 minutes. Starring Peter. No, not Peter Cushing. This is Christopher Lee. Hey, look, this one says it's a hammer, so this one's definitely Hammer time. Stop. Hammer time. This is Dracula, a Prince of Darkness. These, all recent ones, by the way, have all been blind buys. I almost feel like sometimes I need a subscription to a streaming service. I don't really, but, I could sure cut down on my blind buying if I had one. Because, I don't have any other means of checking things out for the first time. All right, we're going to change gears just a little bit for the finale here. Let the curse fit the crime. Shout Studios, Scream Factory. Rated R, 1996, 92 minutes. I remember this is about the time I checked out. Read the book. And that might have been about the time I was checking out of that too, because you can only take so much at a time. But when you're on a fix like this, Stephen King's Thinner will definitely wear you down. I think I remember a triple header that killed my Stephen King reading for quite a while. It was back-to-back readings, I think, of Thinner, Apt Pupil. Is it Gerald's Game? Might have been Gerald's Game. All three of those. I think Apt Pupil was the last one. And that kid. If you've read it, if you've seen it, well, I haven't seen it, so I can't say how accurate it is, but if you read it, you might know what I'm talking about. One can only take so much Stephen King in a row. In his mind, he has the power to see the future. In his hands, he has the power to change it. Shout Studio, Scream Factory, 4K, blind buy with slipcover. Thinner was a Blu-ray with slipcover, but also blind buy. 103 minutes, 1983. Pretty damn confident I read this one, but recollections, Starring that guy, Christopher Walken, Tom Skerritt, Brooke Adams. Nice. Tom Skerritt, always win. We have The Dead Zone. God, I swear I read this one. Pretty confident I had read all of classic Stephen King. That's the Mohicans. There are no Mohicans. I decided to follow this up after a recent exploration and some dumb watch episode or two, starring Chris Cooper. Oh, nice. Louis Gossett Jr., Barbara Hershey, William Peterson, Oliver Reed, John Boyd, Reese Witherspoon. That is a great cast, all things considered. And from 1993, runtime of 5 hours and 45 minutes. This is interesting. I think I touched base on this before, but this is Return to Lonesome Dove. So I recently featured the Blu-ray of Lonesome Dove, the miniseries, in a Some Dumb Watch, or 2 Some Dumb Watch episodes. And I might or might not have discussed pros and cons, right? So Lonesome Dove was a TV miniseries adaptation of a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Larry McMurtry, who later wrote, or didn't write, 2 prequels and a sequel. Now, I'm of the strong opinion that he either did not write any of those 3 novels, or wrote them under duress, pushed by his publisher after the phenomenal success of Lonesome Dove. Because all 3 suck. They retcon the original story, the prequels do, and they are not written with the same skill, passion, or finesse at all. Very reminiscent of Robert Ludlum's Bourne trilogy, right? Bourne it ain't great. All the sequels, no. Somebody else wrote those. I don't care what anybody says. But anyway, so those 2 prequels and the sequel were also turned into TV movies later down the road. This, however, from what I understand, is a sequel to the miniseries, not an adaptation of any books. I've read the books, and this is not based on any of them. This may have, in fact, been made and released before any other books had been written. So either Larry McMurtry or his publishers saying, hey, no, we're going to counter whatever some TV studio is doing as a follow-up. They have the rights to be able to do that. He's like, no. That's not how my story goes. And this over here is how my story goes. Well, his choice of stories were no bueno. Will this be bueno? I do not know. It's got a great cast. And it's going to be one heck of an investment to find out. And I'm not going to read a synopsis on this one. I'm going in blind. And I want to see. And I swear Rick Schroeder is on this cover here, but he's not listed in the cast, which is funny. So if he's, yeah, there he is. If he's reprising his role, that's great. And I also saw Chris Cooper's name on here. So if he's reprising his role, that's also great. That's it. Let's say you. What do you think? Part 2, pickups. Thoughts, opinions, feelings, criticism, praise, whatever. Warbox. And you yourselves have picked up and added to your own physical media libraries at home. Warbox. Throw some stuff. Yes, no, whatever. But either way, I thank each and every one of you, or both of you, for joining me on my collecting journey, as always. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate even more when you participate. It's good stuff. I've got more to do, but I need to catalog these, and I need to edit, and I need to post, so I've got 2 back-to-back to do. So, in the meantime, before I see you again, I'm going to make like a tree and get out of here.
Alan,